Have you ever fallen in love with someone you knew you could never have? This is my story about heartbreak, choices, courage, and the moments that change you forever. It all began on a rainy evening. The city streets glistened under neon lights, reflecting puddles on the pavement. I was walking home, tired from work, when I saw her. Jessica. She was 32, wearing a coat that didn't quite protect her from the rain. Her umbrella had collapsed, leaving her drenched and frustrated. I offered mine, and she looked at me with a hesitant, almost shy smile. "Thank you," she said. "It's one of those nights, isn't it?" Something in her eyes, a mixture of sadness and warmth, struck me. We talked as we walked together. About the rain, about coffee, about favorite books. Small talk, yes, but it felt effortless, as if the universe had paused to let me meet her. By the end of the evening, we had exchanged numbers. I didn't know it then, but my life was about to change forever. Over the next weeks, our conversations became the highlight of my days. Texts turned into calls, calls into hours-long conversations at night. She spoke openly about her dreams, her fears, her past. I learned she was married. Her husband was kind, attentive, and loved her dearly. Yet, there was a sadness in her voice, a subtle longing. She confessed she often felt unseen, unheard, and tired of pretending everything was perfect. I wanted to help, to listen, to be the person she could lean on. And slowly, I realized I had fallen in love. Not with the idea of her, but with her soul, her laughter, her vulnerability. It was a cold November night when she called me, trembling. "I can't hide it anymore," she whispered. "I feel alive when I'm with you. I don't know why, but I do." My heart raced. I wanted to tell her the truth. I felt the same, but I knew the danger. I feel the same," I said carefully. "But we need to be careful. This could destroy us." She hesitated, then admitted, "I can't stop feeling it." From that moment, everything changed. Every conversation, every moment together became charged with tension, desire, and guilt. For months, we danced on the edge. I watched her struggle with her feelings, torn between duty and passion. She loved me in a way she couldn't explain, yet couldn't leave her marriage. I felt the weight of every stolen conversation, every fleeting meeting. Some nights I lay awake, wondering if I should step back, walk away, protect myself. Other nights, I dreamt of a life where we could be together. It was during this time that I learned something profound. Love isn't about possession. Love is understanding, respecting boundaries, and sometimes letting go. One day, she invited me to a quiet cafe after work. The rain was falling softly outside. And inside, it felt like the world had shrunk to just the two of us. We shared a table, coffee cups between us, hands almost touching. She looked at me with eyes full of conflict. "I don't know what to do," she confessed. "I feel alive with you, but I can't betray him, and I can't betray myself either." I took her hand gently. "Jessica, love is never simple. It's messy, complicated, painful, but it's real. Whatever happens, I want you to be happy, even if it isn't with me." The sadness in her eyes cut me deeper than words could describe. And yet, in that pain, I found clarity. Weeks turned into months. Every meeting carried suspense. Would she finally make a choice? Would we cross a line we couldn't return from? We shared laughter, tears, long walks under the city lights, quiet moments in hidden corners of the world. Each day, I fell further, knowing it could all end in heartbreak. There were nights I almost broke, when she cried over her situation, when she admitted she wished things were different. And I stayed by her side, not as her partner, but as someone who loved her quietly, fiercely, and without expectation. It was late at night when she called me one last time. Her voice was trembling, heavy with tears. "I can't keep doing this," she said. "I can't live a life of secrets anymore. I have to choose my path, even if it hurts. And I don't want to hurt you either." I realized then that love sometimes requires the ultimate sacrifice. We said goodbye, not in anger, but with respect, understanding, and a quiet sorrow that words cannot capture. After that night, I focused on myself. The heartbreak was unbearable at first, but slowly, I began to understand. Loving someone doesn't always mean being with them. True love sometimes asks you to step back, even when your heart is screaming. I worked on my dreams, built my career, and learned to find happiness within myself. And in that process, I discovered an important truth. Heartbreak isn't the end. It is a teacher, guiding you to strength, resilience, and wisdom. Years passed. Life moved on. She built her path. I built mine. We both grew stronger, wiser, more compassionate. I often think of her, not with regret, but with gratitude. She taught me what real love feels like, the beauty, the pain, and the lessons it carries. Sometimes, I smile when I remember our conversations, our laughter, and our stolen moments. They remain a part of me, a reminder that love is powerful, transformative, and sometimes unattainable. This story isn't just about heartbreak, it's about courage. It's about resilience. It's about understanding that life doesn't always give you what you want, but it gives you lessons that make you stronger. If you ever love someone you cannot have, remember this. Love deeply, respect boundaries, and grow through the experience. The heart is stronger than we think, and pain can be the greatest teacher of all. Have you ever loved someone you couldn't have? Could you let them go for their happiness? Think about it. Because sometimes the hardest choices in love are the ones that define who we are. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like and subscribe. Every story teaches us something, and the next one might just change your life.